called QuestBridge, which if you're interested about it, please come up and speak to me about later, because a lot of guidance counselors will not talk to you about it unless you bring it up to them, or they just don't know about it. And it's super amazing, especially if you want to go to these prestigious colleges. That's is how I got waitlisted at Yale. So that whole process was very different from the usual college application process. But generally speaking, they're just you fill out an application that has, what's your name and stuff like that, and then you provide an essay, you provide letters of rec, and you provide any supplemental questions or essays that they may have. You may not need all of those components for every single place that you apply to, but that's pretty much the gist of what you'll need for that. It'll just take your beginning hacks. Is that good? All right.
Okay, us doing extracurriculars such as clubs or sports inside of school are influential, and shadowing and internships seem to have more influence as opposed to those. What do you think about clubs and extracurriculars, on their own? How influential do you think they are in getting you into university?
So I feel like they're really influential because especially they make up for a low GPA or a low SAT score, so you have more flexibility for that. And it honestly it looks good on any application that you put on a lot of activities, but make sure that the activities that you join, the clubs that you join, you're actually passionate about, because some of them you can write about in your essay, which is also a crucial part. But yeah, so clubs and activities I would totally recommend to join the ones that you're passionate about.
So I'll talk about clubs and organizations from the college perspective, joining them once you get into college. I'm a former student body president of a college, and it is a super big deal, especially if you're joining a club that you're passionate about. I've had opportunities to, so being student body president, you're technically honorary member of every single club on campus, which means you get to go to all their meetings and be a part of all their events and stuff like that. But the opportunities that come from that is the connections that you make. I was able to go into faculty meetings, staff meetings. I was sponsored to go on trips all the time. So going to Chicago for the first time, it was paid for to go to a conference in college because I was actively involved in an organization. Speaking gigs, I got to meet so many politicians so far. Letters of recommendations, the university president will give your letter of recommendation because of my involvement in clubs. But it's all about making those networking connections and getting to know people and get all these different experiences. So it's definitely beneficial to join clubs in high school as well as in college.
I'm going to break my own rule, which was that we were going to have one person for answer this. This is a blanketed statement for both high school and college. Do not join something for the sake of it or because you think it looks good. Because if first off, people can tell, and you can even tell on your application. You can tell the difference between someone who this is their life and this is what they're doing to, fluff their resume. So don't do something just for the sake of doing it. Join something you're actually passionate about.
Yeah, it's really great. What Jason said, he's saying about networking, no matter if it's in high school or college, networking is so important. I cannot, I've had the opportunity to intern my first year on the Hill, Capitol Hill, and the amount of cards, business cards that I was able to receive, my phone was about to break because you literally just, I know sometimes you could be shy or an introverted person, it might be a little bit difficult, but a little simple, hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm majoring in this, how can you mentor me? And that will create, it's so important, it's too important, so just letting you know.
All right, next question, last question on this.
Yeah. So before I ask, you said that the application process is one of the subjects that you've been talking about, right?
Application process is next, yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to be the first of that application process question?
I mean, I had a question for high school, but I also had a question for applications because I'm going into that right now. But I'll ask the high school one because that one's kind of more immediate. I'm taking the bio this year, but I've heard a lot of horror stories about it. If any of you guys took it, I'm taking it on FLVS, so I think that gives me a little bit of to make it a little bit easier. No? No? Yeah. Okay, so for studying for that test, because I need to pass it, tips?
My best suggestion is in any course you're taking, any class, it's don't try to memorize the information. Try to understand the concept because that will be easier for you when you are trying to answer the questions. There's no way you're gonna memorize all those vocabulary words and all of the statistics. It's impossible. But if you understand the concept and how to apply it, you're better off than memorizing it.
Super quick, any type of science class, whether it be Chem, Bio, whatever, Khan Academy and YouTube. If your professor is bad, let me tell you, Khan Academy and YouTube, and I promise you you'll do fine.
Alright, your next question, super quick.
Yes. So for the application process, it's just that I get really, really anxious about that stuff, and I'm starting it now. I'm already like writing my college essay and everything.
Where are you?
Huh?
Like, what year are you?
I'm gonna be a senior
Okay.
this year. So just like tips about like how to go about it in a way that I'm not gonna get super stressed out because like, I have to get scholarships and stuff like that. So that whole like having to choose what scholarships, what to apply to, but still not get overwhelmed with all the applications and essays and everything. Tips for that.
Okay, so that is a much longer conversation, but I think we can do pretty general tips. Like don't wait until the last minute. Obviously that's gonna make it worse. Make a check. I personally am a spreadsheet person, so I made a spreadsheet of every college I was applying to, their deadlines and what they required. And then I also ordered them in the order of like where I wanted to go the most. And for me personally, visiting helped make me, after I got into colleges, I visited them and that helped me make the decision of where I really wanted to go. Because there were some places that on paper I would have picked blind, and when I went to go visit, I would have been miserable there. So sometimes it's also very much what's important to you and what you value the most in the college. Some people value certain classes more than other things. Some people value that experience, like your college experience, your college like clubs, like internship. You know, there's so many things that go into it. I personally did not want to go somewhere I did not feel like I fit or like I belonged. And when I visited FSU the very first time, I was so committed that it was literally the only school in Florida I applied to because I knew I didn't want to go anywhere else in Florida. So yeah, there you go for that. So we're in the application portion. Who has questions for the application portion? Okay, I see. Do you still have questions? It's a question was not for application. Okay, so do you want to wait till the question? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, these 3 questions. Joey, we'll start.
I really want to major in film, and I'm planning on applying to NYU and FSU, because I know they both have really good film programs, but I'm not sure if I should go in as like an undecided major, like does that give you any, like help or?
I guess.
Sure. So at NYU, it's a university, and the difference between a college and a university is that a college would just focus on one thing. So if you're at a liberal arts college, all you do is liberal arts. But NYU is a university, so you have several different colleges that you can go into. I am in the liberal studies program, which would give me a Bachelor of the Arts. However, I have the opportunity, and as in any of the colleges in NYU, to transfer within colleges with Tisch, which is their conservatory program, if any of you are interested for the arts. I do know that that's the most popular route for those wanting to be film majors. However, I would definitely say to look into it because it's definitely conservatory style. Like most of your classes are going to be majored in Tisch. However, look into films. I don't know if you're interested in like if that's exactly what you want to do, but if you even had a little bit of uncertainty, I would probably look into the College of Arts and Sciences and their film studies. And even in the liberal studies program, they have like film studies. And if you had decided after your first year that you definitely wanted to do film and I want to pursue this, I want to be making the connections and working in the field and everything, then you have the opportunity to transfer and you wouldn't get kicked out of the school you were already in. Say if you didn't get into Tisch, you could stay in the school that you were already in.
For FSU, I actually know a lot about that process, and it's very, very hard. So if you want to talk about it personally afterwards, so we can do that. Like the entire process. Everything. All right.
So how many applications are there? How hard should
I applied to a lot of schools. I applied to like 19, which was a very excessive, but what made that easier was applying to a lot of pre-applications, and a lot of schools that did that, but at least 10, you should apply to at least 10 schools, and as for how far, it really depends on what you want and what you expect to be able to reach, because a lot of times, like what's possible and what you want are very different, and what, like, in both ways, whether like you can reach way farther than you expect, or like, you know, if like family situations you need to stay closer, like, you know, it really depends on the situation for situation. But you need to look at where you feel comfortable and where you want to explore, but at least 10 is usually a good idea, because you're like, or that's how much you want.
I think that some of us don't carry the same opinion on that. Is it just you and I who don't, or?
I don't. I was gonna say, like, to me, I feel that the number, like, for instance, I applied to 23 different schools, which, listen, but you know what, but this is what I'm gonna tell you, like, no matter if I apply to one school, or no matter if I apply to 23 different schools, I feel that you have to look exactly what the application is asking, because every single application is different. Like, my application for Harvard was like 3,000 different other questions besides the one for like FIU, for instance. So you have to look at exactly what they're asking, if, like Drew saying, putting that program. But you have to know exactly what is going to fit you best, I think, because that will save you time, money, energy. You know what I'm saying? Because especially if you don't get like the free waiver and stuff. So that's the biggest thing that I could say, because you can apply to 55 different schools, but if you're not interested in all those 55 different schools, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're wasting money. So you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Keep an open mind, of course, but understand what you're going to do.